Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube series of suicide awareness and prevention and the subjects that apply, that I think apply. In my opinion, I'm not a medical doctor. You always have to seek medical help from a professional, and that's just my disclaimer that I'm not a medical doctor, and it's my opinion and my experiences from suffering with suicide attempts and depression. And, I want to talk, the subject today is the battle. Because I believe the battle, when confronted, equals happiness. So when we talk about the battle, especially in my Buddhist practice, and this is not to push religion on you, that the battle is occurring every second, every day. And when we're happy, with relative happiness, or when we have happiness going on, everything's flowing. We're just, we have no problem with, seconds and minutes, it's just time's flying, feeling good. The problem becomes is when we start feeling empty, something's not connecting, we're not getting along with our loved ones, we're not getting along with our partner, we're not getting along with ourselves. A lot of it has to do with yourself and forgiving people from the past, including your parents, and becoming your own man or woman and becoming happy. So we all suffer this depression sometimes. And it's funny because when you talk to people, you never know they were depressed until they say to you, I suffered some depression over this and I pulled myself out of it. But I want to, talk about this battle thing because, even though I practice and I chant and I do this for the past 9 years, and I thought about when I wasn't chanting and how the battle was for me and what was happening, every day. And I think back and reflect and when I had difficulty in my relationship and I was out of the home and I was in places and hotels, whatever I was doing to find myself again in the relationship. And even if I wasn't practicing, what came to me was this sense of no matter where we are, no matter what environment we're in, the worst or the best, the battle, the battle remains the same, right? It's the same battle, and we're looking for different results all the time. And people that run away from the battle usually suffer more in the end because there's regrets and you're not dealing with your own responsibility. You're blaming, you're begrudging, it's someone else's fault. It's what about when we take on the attitude and the perception that okay, I'm not going to blame somebody else. I'm not going to say it's this other person. And even though they might have problems and they have to be accountable, responsible, and you say, you know what, this battle is, I have to own it. I have to own this battle. This is the battle that I have to own, regardless of whose fault it is. And once we take on the attitude of owning that battle, and we say to ourselves, what can I do to change? How can I take the battle, the poison into medicine, which I believe in my series, this is what I've developed, and we talk about in the Buddhist practice, turning karma into mission, poison into medicine. Very just general, earthly wisdom, and people always identify with the Dalai Lama and other Buddhists that, you're grounded, you're enlightened, you live in the present moment. Easier said than done, okay? And we're not all going to be the Dalai Lama or President Ikeda or my organization, and the wisdom and the work they've put in and the battles they have fought. Because the battles they have fought, we're like admiring because we're like, wow, I didn't go, fight in all these campaigns and everything I did to grow something that was beautiful. So, and we do little ones, and we try to say our self-worth and who we are. But it's interesting when we start thinking about these battles, we say, geez, it's so hard, man. It's like, I just want to go on a vacation. I just want to go have fun with somebody. And there's only so much fun you're going to have, right? I mean, you can have fun every day and you can find fun. You work hard, you play hard. And I'm thinking about when we're having fun and we're the depth of sometimes it is selfish and self-centered in one way that, oh, I gotta go out and do this. And what are we contributing, Are we smiling at that person across the counter that's taking too long, that's irritating us, Are we not being patient? Are we saying, geez, I wish this person would hurry up? because I got so many things to do. And this person might have lost somebody the day before. They might be suffering from an illness. So we have to be consciously aware, I think, and I work on this every day. I mean, I'm not perfect, obviously. It's you know, you say, man, I wish I acted differently. You know, I wish I didn't act like that. And then you got some people that are very arrogant and very selfish. They could care less what I'm talking about. Narcissistic, I'm in love with myself type of people. It's all about me. I have no time for anybody else. Like my father used to say, I used to say, Dad, you know, why didn't this person, you know, show up? Why didn't this person, you know, come into this event? And when they wanted something, they were front and center. And he says, look, when a person wants to show up, they're going to take the time and the energy and they're going to show up. Otherwise, forget about them, you know. He never put a lot of energy into people that were self-centered and selfish. It was probably a good thing because, you know, you waste a lot of time on that. And we have all kinds in this world. And we try to show people that it's okay to show up. It's okay to, you know, be a show up, you know, come and show up, you know, and be there for somebody. So as the battle goes on, and these the seconds, I want to get back into the seconds because we can be thinking in one moment, I'm really happy, you know, I met this person, or, you know, I'm getting along with my partner, and I just really feel like my life is fulfilled. I'm doing my accountability for my work. I'm not being irresponsible. I'm fighting that battle. I mean, look at all the battles we fight. We go to work, we get up, you know, we eat, we sleep, we shower, we get up again, we do the same rhythm. We got to stay consistent, right? Look at it. Without consistency, are you going to ever gain responsibility, right? So some people never grow up. Even as they get older, they never grow up, right? And they're inconsistent, they're irresponsible, they're not accountable. And when do we take responsibility for ourselves? Young, middle age, or old? And say, you know, this is my battle. This is not my father's. This is not my mother's. This is not my sister. This is not my brother. This is not my son. And saying to them in the three things I've said before in the wisdom, hey, look it. Nobody's responsible for your well-being, okay? Nobody's responsible for your career, for you to make a living and be and take care of yourself. And definitely nobody's responsible for your happiness. Because when we put our energy that it's out there, it's over there, or at the battle's fought over there, or he's fighting that battle, or she's fighting that battle, and we never look within in here and within the self. You know, Buddhism's all about the self and the self-preservation and, you know, looking within ourselves instead of trying to change that other person. We fight hard too, man. We fight that battle. We want that person to adapt to our wisdom. And, you know, whoever takes my wisdom here and says, oh, I like that part, but, you know, I disagree with that part, that's fine. We are not going to agree with everybody every day. You know, when I was younger, I had a hard time with that. No, everybody's got to agree with me. What I say, and, you know, when you're younger, you definitely have more narcissistic tendencies to, it's all me and I'm great and this is how you should do things. And as we get older, we humble out, we become more grateful, we realize that we're not at all in all and we're not everything. And as we're fighting these battles and we're trying so hard for that person to see something, and like, no, look in the mirror, look what you're doing to yourself. You know, look at how you're behaving. Look at the irresponsible acts that you're doing, or something that you've done. You made the mistake. Don't make it again, right? You make the mistake. You're sorry for it, for the friend, you know, people in general, whatever, and you're remorseful, and you say, okay, I can't make that mistake again, because then I'm going to be deeper into the problem. So this battle, and this is all the whole thing about the battles for me, anyway. And I hope it reflects something, you know, on everybody, where it becomes. You know, it becomes like when we're okay with it, you know, we don't feel like, oh man, I gotta get up. And, you know, this battle really sucks, man. You know, how about we get up and say, I was listening to one of my mentors in a Buddhist meeting, and he said, you know, when we get up every day, it was a really good wisdom. And he said, I'm just going to check the time here. I'm getting on 9 minutes. I'm going to try to finish up this one. And I'll actually finish with this. He says, instead of, what perception do we take when we open our door and we know the battle's coming? We know we got our problems, we got everything we got to deal with. Do we say, I'm not ready, I'm not ready to open this door. I'm not ready to go out, and I'm not ready to fight this battle. Instead of taking on the perception of, you open the door, ha ha, I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for this problem. I'm not talking about an individual. I'm just talking about the problems you have. Ha ha. Every day I've been waiting for you because you're challenging me to overcome my obstacles. And when you take on that perception, it changes your whole thought when you open the door and you hit the ground running. And I don't mean hit the ground running like it's just all about confidence. I'm talking about, haha, these are the battles. Okay, they were a little tough today, but I think I can get through my own battles. Younger, middle age, older, and here it comes, man, because no one's gonna do it for me, and I'm gonna fight this battle today. And you feel good about that. We don't dredge it so much. It's like, oh, the battle. Oh, it's just part of life. Imagine if everything was easy. Imagine if everything was right falling on our laps. It'd kind of be boring, wouldn't it? We wouldn't be challenged. It wouldn't challenge our inside, who we are. And we wouldn't be able to polish that character and be a better human being today than we were yesterday. That's a little bit of wisdom from my President Cater is that, okay, yesterday we didn't do as good as we could have. Today I can do better and become a better human being as you go. So when you get to that last moment, you're not regretting how you treated people. You're not regretting that you were that selfish and self-centered. And you say, you know what? I gave it all I got. And I don't have many regrets. I've done it all. And I gave it all I got every day. So this is what you need to do. Especially in the suicidal state, depression. I think you got to do this. Give it all you got every day because you don't know when your last moment is. So you want to give it all you got every day of your life because it's not as long as we think it is. And to end with my motto, your life matters, man. Oh, your life matters. Yes, it does. The one that's suffering on the other side here today. Your life matters. You make a difference. Your energy makes a difference. Whether you're with somebody or your heart's there or wherever it is it's connecting, you make a difference. So your life matters. Never give up and have a winning day. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe on the drop-down box, little arrow on the right, and pass the word along that the battle equals happiness. Have a great day.